Hello everyone. We're heading back to Clash of Wills, this time to farm pearls. So I've been tweaking the team a bit and finally got something that seems stable enough for a 3-turn farm. Definitely not easy with this fight. So level 99, 0% modifiers. We're using Roberta. So as long as everything goes well, her gear doesn't matter quite so much. I left her geared pretty much how I had her for the score run. So base form does have a bunch of magic and everything. So she's got 300 aquatic, 300 dragon. Not quite capped out on magic, but that's fine. Honestly, the leave things to me card on her doesn't matter for this strat. That was for when we were testing out other evokers. And her shift form, pretty much mostly the same as it was for the score run. She's starting in shift. We're going to buff and shift and then go to base for limit burst and everything. Terra is pretty much our main carry almost. She can't quite do everything we need, so I need another evoker, but she does most of it. So her base form, we need a lot of LB fill. And Eunice necklace is important as well. So Dragon's Brush, advanced weaponry helps out a lot too, and just LB fill stuff. So we have max crystals per turn. She's only got a 50% rate boost, but that doesn't matter as her LB doesn't take that much to fill. And shift, pure damage, LB damage. So I built her as strong as I could. So maxed out Esper Evo and limit damage. And she's got almost 6k magic. CoW, pretty much set the same. So his base form is a counter tank with 50% evasion. And then his shift is still set up how I had him. We're going to use this shift for a staff in peril just because I have to use Luna Freya. I don't have Lena. So Luna Freya, I needed a second evoker and she seems to be what I have that actually works. I did test out Diverty for earth damage. I tested out Infernal Rain. Neither one could get me quite to the threshold on turn 2. But Luna Freya does. So her base form, we need LB fill again. So I gave her the pause, gave her Call the Wild. She has an advanced weaponry, Moodmaker, high class dagger, earrings, clothes. So in the base, we have max crystals per turn and a 550 rate boost. And Poppy's paintbrush gives her 10% water boost. And then in the shift, she's built pretty much as good as I could go. So for her, 270 Esper, but 300 Evo and limit damage. And we are a little short on the dual magic, but she's still hitting 6k. Louise, base form doesn't matter all that much. She's just support buffer. Her shift form is set up to deal some damage. She's one of the chainers. So in the shift, we got 300 aquatic, 300 dragon, 5507 magic. I mean, she adds a little bit. And then we have Celeste. So she starts out in the shifted form. We have Obsidian Bracer in the shift form. That's pretty much what really matters, is just for her to be shifted in Obsidian Bracer to start. And then in the base form, we give her some magic stuff. She's got the ring for quadcast. She's got Fiarga so that we can chain with Louise. We need elemental chain to build it up fast enough. And then I just gave her some stuff to raise her magic a little bit. And she's got 300 magic aquatic killer, 100 magic dragon killer. Add in a tiny bit. But she's also EX2 because we need her limit burst the first turn. Alright, so let's jump in and see how it's done. we get hit with the gravity attack. So we're going to have Celeste go to the base and limit burst. We need this to survive the Mystic Waves on the first turn. Alright, Terra in the base form, we're going to Hymn of the Faith to boost our evokers. CoW, we're going to heal. We're going to focus and Loyal of Hearts. Louise, we're going to Fire Starter, Incapacitate, Diverse, and 1 Ionic. And then for Roberta, we'll Morale Fill. Support from the skies is important. For the Mirage for the team, 5 stacks. And then we're going to Inferno Breath for our fire boost. Now Luna Freya. We'll just Star of Grace, Torrent, which gives us our 120 Water in Peril, which is super important, and then just whatever. So CoW should counter and fill the rest of the LB for us. Alright, so turn 2. First thing we do is Roberta goes to the base form and does her base limit burst. This is 350 buffs and 300 LB damage for everybody. And now CoW, because we're using Luna Freya, is going to go to the shift. We're going to do his shifted limit because we want the staff in peril to help out. She's off element and it's a bad element, so she needs a bit of help. If I had Lena, I'd be using Lena. Everybody else is going to do damage, and hopefully we hit the threshold at 50%. So shifted limit burst for Terra, shifted limit burst for Luna Freya. Louise is going to shift. So triple disarming and neutralizing. And then Celeste is just going to fire chain with. So we're going to hit Terra, let her jump up, hit the chainers. Once the chain starts, we hit Luna Freya. Alright, so we hit our threshold, which means we're only going to get hit with a gravity attack. Alright, so Roberta, in the base form, we're going to do her base Magnus for the LB fill, and then we'll just Mega Breath and Mystic Breath. So we'll see if any crystals go to Luna Freya. Which they did, so we're good. Alright, Louise has to switch up though. So Louise is going to quad disarming. Celeste is just quad fire. Limit burst for Terra and Luna Freya. CoW can just sit just in case something goes wrong, but we'll do the same thing we just did. So Terra goes first, then Chainers, and then Luna Freya. Alright, let's take a look at the damage. And obviously Terra is carrying it. She's on the good element. And the only one on the good element. Luna Freya, being Evo, bypasses the mitigations. So she helps even though she's on a bad element. But we are giving her a staff in peril, the 120 water in peril. And then also she has her 10% water boost to help out. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be able to hit that first threshold on turn 2. And still no Pearl. Alright, we'll run it again just to check out more of the RNG. Alright, so Celeste goes first. Base for limit burst. Need the mitigation. CoW. So we need to heal. We need to focused and loyal of hearts. Terra is going to Hymn of the Faith. Louise is going to Firestarter, Incapacitate, Diverse, and Ionic. Roberta will Roar for Morale, Support from the Skies, and Infernal Breath. And then Luna Freya. So Star of Grace, Torrent of Purity, and Purest Waves is fine. We mainly just need her to do the Water in Peril, and then whatever extra damage we can get in there is good. Alright, so turn 2. I'll let Roberta go first. So go to the base and base limit. And then CoW, shift, and shift limit for Staff in Peril. And then Terra's going to shift for a limit burst. Luna Freya shifts for a limit burst. Louise, we shift to chain. So triple disarming and neutralizing. And Celeste is just quad fire. Alright, so Terra goes first, let her jump, start chainers, and then Luna. So that time it was a little bit close. I've gotten down to like 47, I think, on a run. Alright, so Roberta in the base. Magnus for LP, Mega Breath, and Mystic Breath. Everybody else looks good to go. So quad disarming. So send Terra first. Send chainers and Luna. So Warrior of Light, Neovision Lena there is probably a much better choice. You'll get a Fire in Peril field, which will help out. Plus she does fire evoke damage. So right now I'm heavily relying on Terra. And more Ascension Pearls. I have enough of those. But so far, that's the cleanest way I've found to farm this for Transcension Pearls. 3 turns is the shortest I can do, and I seem to just barely get there or go a little bit past on that turn 2 threshold. But it's been working so far, so this is how I'm going to keep going with it. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.